Good evening. We have got probably the biggest game of our season coming up on Thursday. We just had a great win against Wolves, even though we may have got a little bit lucky. So let's talk about both on Alex's TikTok Takeover. Good evening. How are we all today? It's been a week. Last week I was at West Ham for West Ham Tottenham, where we got a fair draw, I feel. But back tonight, and yeah, we got a really big game coming up on Thursday against Bayer Leverkusen. Ignore this. I have kind of got the Arsenal game sitting in 1A. I've kind of like keeping an eye on this. Bayern Munich 2 up. We don't like to see that, do we? No, we don't. But I wanted to start today's show with 5 reasons of why we should be positive about the game against Bayer Leverkusen this Thursday. Number 1, all the pressure is on them. No one is expecting anything from us. They are expected to win the game, so all the pressure is on them. Number 2, Karabag, however you say it, cause them problems. So if they can, we definitely can, because we are way better than them. Number 3, we're probably the 5th hardest team that they've had to play this season. I don't think anyone is mentioning that. You look at the Bundesliga and the teams that are in now, we are better than the majority of teams there, and they haven't really faced anyone serious in the Europa League. So yeah, we are one of the most difficult teams that they have had to play this season. Not just the other way around. Number 4, we have Mohamed Kudus. That man's a magician. And number 5, we have David Moyes. And if you don't think that is a positive, where you've been for the last 3 seasons, David Moyes in Europe is another kettle of fish altogether. But honestly, like, David Moyes Premier League is one thing. David Moyes in Europe, he knows what he's doing. So yeah, can Moyesball be Xabi Alonso'S Kryptonite? Could he be? He could be. You never know. So yeah, it could be a really interesting game on Thursday. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's talk about first the Tottenham game a little bit first. As I say, I think that was a fair game and a fair draw. They took an early lead. Zuma, always backed him. I've always thought he was a brilliant defender and great at corners. But yeah, didn't quite use his head, but definitely used his back to get the goal. And yeah, we missed a couple of chances, so did they. So a fair draw in that game. Wolves at the weekend, where we put in an absolutely terrible performance in the first half. Shocking. I do think that the players in that game probably had one mind on the Bayer Leverkusen game that's coming up on Thursday. But yeah, it was a shocking performance in that first half. Second half, though, was much improved, bringing on Antonio, bringing on Johnson for Sofao. Unfortunately, Bowen did go off. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Moyesball came on, which seemed a strange decision at first, but turned out to work okay. And yeah, we got the win. Was it offside? Technically, yes. Do I think it was harsh? Yeah. And the way I look at it is, if that happened to us, I would have been very, very annoyed. So I do feel for Wolves a little bit. They probably did deserve a draw in that game, but they didn't. We got the 3 points, which was exactly what we needed. And yeah, now we're back up to date now. We're on Tuesday. We're a couple of days away from playing Bayer Leverkusen in Germany. The undefeated Bayer Leverkusen this season. 41 games, unbeaten, 5 draws, 36 wins. Xabi Alonso has got them playing amazingly. He's changed them around. He has turned that team around, and they are a force to be reckoned with. They definitely are. So it's definitely not going to be an easy game on Thursday night against Bayer Leverkusen. But I do believe that we do have a chance. I do believe we have a chance. Obviously, we are missing Edson Alvarez because of suspension. It doesn't look like Jared Bowen is going to be available. I still kind of sliver of hope that he might be available, but it doesn't look positive, does it? So yeah, it's not going to be easy, and they are definitely going to give us a good game. But I don't think that Xabi Alonso has faced off against Moyesball yet this season, so we could cause an upset. I'm not sure if we will, but we could. We could. So, anyway, very quiet tonight. Anyway, we had usual suspects. I can't believe 2 late goals in the under 21 game. Oh, no, they didn't lose today. Last time I saw it was 2. Last time I saw it was 2-1. It was 2-1 to us. And then I was on here talking to Russ, and I didn't get to the rest of that. So, damn it. Did we lose that game? And evening, Stuart. How are you? Are you good tonight? Yeah. Is everyone watching Arsenal? Is everyone watching Arsenal tonight? Oh, they're losing at the moment. They've got a set piece. What's the Man City game doing? Is that one doing okay? Man City game, they're still behind 2-1, aren't they? Oh, not looking good for the English teams, is it? What was Dick trying to do there? I think he just tried to do a James Ward-Prowse and failed. What a goal by James Ward-Prowse by the weekend. That was brilliant, wasn't it? Straight from a corner. Did the wind help him? Probably. Did he mean it? Probably not. Does it count as a set piece? Does it count as scoring from a set piece? Technically, I guess. Do you know what I found funny in that game? I was listening to it, and the commentator said on the 12th minute that James Ward-Prowse hadn't scored from a free kick for like 15 months. And then as soon as I heard that, I thought, are we going to get the commentator's curse here in reverse? And he's going to go and score a free kick. Then he had a free kick, and he just missed it, and then he scored from a corner. So I was like, I'm going to count that. Oh, no, they lost 3-2. No, that's not good. Mark, how you doing? Would you keep the same second half team against Wolves for Leverkusen? Thoughts? Hello, Mark. Oh, good. Would I keep this same team? Not exactly. Well, we can't because we don't have Alvarez available. There are also some selection choices that David Moyes has got to make on Thursday, isn't there? Obviously, we know Alvarez and no Bowen. It's going to make it difficult. I think he's probably going to settle for a back four and maybe put Creswell at left back again and move Emerson up the pitch so he will play as that left winger, which is one of the reasons I think he tried it, because he thought that, because I think when Bowen went off, I think David Moyes was thinking on his feet when he put Creswell, and he thought, right, okay, if Bowen's off and he doesn't look good and he's not going to be fit enough to play that game, we need some other options. So do I try Emerson on that left wing? We put Creswell at left back, and then we can still play with Kudus on the right, Paquetá through the middle, and then Antonio up top. So we may do that. We may explore that option. I think another thing that he might try, which he probably won't, but could try, was to bring a Guerd in and either play free at the back or play him in a defensive midfield role. But I'm not sure if he would do that. I think it depends on how he's going to set up the game. Is he going to do that classic Moyesball thing where he is just going to sit back, try and frustrate them, and then hit them on the break? But if we do that, obviously we are going to be without Bowen, and he is a big plus for our counter-attacks. So would that work? That is a question. So now I don't know how exactly he's going to line up. I think that idea of having Creswell at left back is a risky one, especially as he will probably be facing off against Frimpong down that right hand side, and that's not an easy task for any defender. It definitely isn't. But if we do end up playing Emerson at left back, what do we do elsewhere? Do we put Johnson in? Do we put Cornet in? Moyes doesn't trust Cornet. Johnson on that left wing doesn't really work. Is he going to maybe use someone else? I don't think we're going to see Phillips. So yeah, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that office of David Moyes to know what he's thinking at the moment, because there are options, and he's not just going to be able to revert back to normal. He's going to have to maybe think outside the box a little bit. Maybe. Stuart, on Thursday we will win 2-1. Then at home 3, we will lose 2-1, and then win 3-0 at home. Bayer Leverkusen haven't conceded more than 2 goals in the game all season, right? It's possible. I'll take it. If we lose 2, I would take a 2-1 loss on Thursday night's game. If we lost 2-1, I would take that. 1, because it shows that we can score. 2, it's only a 1-goal deficit that we have to come back from. So if we get an early goal, it's basically 0-0 from then, and we just got to do it again. So yeah, I would take a 2-1 loss. I would. It's not ideal, but I would take it. It's better than a 3-0 loss, definitely. Mandy, hi everyone. No Bowen or Alvarez. Can we get a decent result? I agree with your option. Quest left back, Emerson left wing to cover Quest, and link with Paquetá and Kudus right wing, Beast up top. Yeah, I mean that is something else that you got to consider. That Emerson and Paquetá work very well together. So having Emerson up the field a little bit more might be beneficial. So then them two get to work well together. My only worry is Creswell in European quarterfinals. That's my only concern. But yeah, he hasn't done bad when he's been called upon. I mean, there is also an option that he could go with Johnson at left back. He could put Johnson at left back and have Creswell up top. That is another option. So maybe that is something that he would consider, because I've always thought that Johnson has done very well at left back when he's been put there, when he's been put in that position. So that could definitely be an option. So yeah, it could be really. Emerson has the. Emerson has the pace to cover Cress. Emerson does, but do you really want your left winger having to cover the left back all the time? I mean, you want them to help each other out. There's helping each other out, and then there's covering what they're not good at. It kind of means that he would probably end up being more defensive than attacking. But Cress is still a decent defender. Don't get me wrong here, right? Creswell is still a good defender. He just doesn't have the same pace that he used to do going forward. But he is also another option for whipping crosses in, because he still does have a wicked left foot. And he used to get a lot of assists. And with Bowen out the side, who was taking those corners with his left foot to swing them in, because that's what we've been doing recently. We've had Bowen on the corners on one side and then James Ward-Prowse on the corners on the other side. So on the left-hand side, or the right-hand side if you're looking towards goal, whatever. On one side it was James Ward-Prowse, on the other side it was Bowen, because you had Bowen with his left foot. So maybe having Creswell in there means that Creswell would then come in to take those corners instead. And he has got a decent corner on him. He's got a decent cross. He can whip a ball in. So, and one of the things that I think we can expose against Bayer Leverkusen is set pieces, because I think it's something like 25% of the goals that they have conceded this season have come from set pieces. So it's definitely a vulnerable point that we may be able to expose. But at the same time, they have scored they've scored the same amount of set pieces this season as we have. So they are also dangerous from set pieces. So that's something that we have got to keep our eye on and be at the top of our game. So yeah, there's options. There's options. But yeah, I don't know how. I don't know what the best one. It just, in my head, Creswell does sound like probably the best option considering who we've got, and just because Emerson had a decent game playing there against Wolves at the weekend doesn't mean he's going to have the same impact playing there against Bayer Leverkusen. But given who else we've got available, what do we do? Do we have Paquetá on that left hand side? He is a little bit less effective on that left hand side, so. Considering the only real option on there is Cornet, which I don't think that Moyes trusts. I think we could see Emerson there. We could. Definitely is a possibility. Yeah, Johnson is another option. I think in this game, Alex, we're not going to get much possession. No, we're not. No, we're definitely not. I think Moyes will look at the Qarabag game. I'm saying Qarabag. I don't even know how to say it, but I'm going to say that anyway. He'll look at that, and I think in one game, in one leg, Bayer Leverkusen had like 66% possession, and in the other one they had like 72% possession. So they had the majority of possessions in those games, but Qarabag were still able to hurt them despite not having a lot of the possession. And there is no manager really. You can argue a lot about Moyes and the things you don't like, but one thing he's kind of good at is winning games with very little possession. He's very, very good at that. Very good at that. So, yeah, out of all the managers that Alonso has faced this season, I think Moyes is definitely going to be his hardest test. I definitely do. I definitely feel like he could be his hardest test. So, yeah, I definitely think that is something that could work. Definitely could. Anyway, quiet in the chat tonight. If you've got any questions, guys, feel like post them over. This is a more interactive show where, I kind of bounce off the questions that you guys ask as much as anything. So if you're watching, don't be afraid to post something up. I'll, try and answer if I can. But let's talk about Bayer Leverkusen for a little bit. And let's talk about their record against English clubs in the years that they've been playing in Europe. Now, I've done a little bit. Sorry. I was doing a little bit of research for my match preview, which is going to be posted on my YouTube channel tonight at 11 o'clock. So, my brand new YouTube channel, which I only started like last Friday. Bit of a spontaneous thing where I thought I'm suddenly going to start YouTube. So I've created a YouTube channel and, I'm going to be posting a match preview up there. And in working all that out, I looked up their record against English clubs, and they've played English clubs 21 times. 21 times in Europe over the years, and they've only ever won 4 of them. 3 of them have been in Bayer Leverkusen, have been at home, have been in Germany. So they've only ever won 1 game in England. Can you guess who that club was? I'll give you a hint. It was in 2016 in the Champions League. What team do you reckon that they beat? The only team that they have beaten in England ever, Bayer Leverkusen. They don't have the greatest record against English teams. Vice versa, we don't have the greatest record against German clubs. I think we've done 13 games against German clubs, 6 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. And 3 of those wins have come this season against Freiburg. So we don't have the greatest record against German teams ourselves, but they don't have the greatest record against English teams. And JP has got it right. Yeah, it was Spurs. They beat Spurs in a 1-0 win in the Champions League in 2016. That is the only team that they have beaten. So I thought that was a funny fact. Yeah, it had to be Spurs. It's so Spursy. Well done, JP. Did you just know that? Was just that? It just was me telling you that, saying guess. Was it just? Did I just make it that easy? I probably just made it that easy, didn't I? So, everyone keeps on saying. So this is what's been irritating me a little bit. Everyone keeps on saying that we haven't got a hope in hell, that we're going to get demolished, that because Bayer Leverkusen are unbeaten this season, we're just going to be, another one they're just going to breeze through. And I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I'm not saying that we are definitely going to progress, but what I am saying is we are as much as a difficult game for them as they are for us. And everyone keeps on writing us off and say, don't write us off. Never write us off, because we can cause some damage. We can. And as mentioned at the beginning of the show, completely forgot what it was now. Yeah, as mentioned at the beginning of the show, we can hurt them. Well, we can, and we are probably one of the hardest teams that they have had to face this season. Out of all the teams they've had to play, because the majority of teams that they play in the Bundesliga are not at the level of the majority of the teams in the Premier League. The only ones that you'll say, you've got Bayern Munich, you've got Dortmund, maybe RB Leipzig, Stuttgart, maybe, probably not, Frankfurt, maybe, probably. I mean, there's not a lot of teams in the Bundesliga that you would say are definitely on the same level as West Ham. And that's not saying that, we're one of the best teams in Europe. I'm just saying compared to like the Bundesliga teams, like the teams that they've had to play in the Bundesliga, they're not at the same level. So we are one of the more difficult teams that they've had to play this season. I do feel like, and I feel like we can definitely cause them problems. Irons. We need hope. I can give you hope. Thoughts on rumour Paquetá to Man City. Well, this is an ongoing rumour, isn't it? Reports came out yesterday that terms have been agreed. That was just complete bull. No terms have been agreed. Sources close to the player completely denied it. And everyone keeps on forgetting. I'm really surprised because you keep on seeing these stories pop up, but no one ever talks about the betting allegations that are still going on with him. He's still under investigation. And why is he still under investigation? Oh, sorry, Bayern Munich nearly scored again. They didn't know. Yeah, why? Sorry, why these betting allegations are still going on? No team is going to risk getting him because what he's being accused of is actually quite serious. It's like match fixing, so he could end up getting a quite hefty ban. He could, and they could be bad for West Ham if he gets found guilty. But no team is going to come in and spend 85, 90 million on him if there is a possible risk of him getting banned within the space of half a season. So until he's completely cleared of all those allegations, I don't think he's going anywhere. I really don't. So yeah, no media is mentioning this, which I find is really strange that they're not mentioning that. Does he want to go Man City? Probably. Will he? If he's cleared? Probably. In the summer. Not now. Can't do it now. So there's no point in worrying about it now. That's what I think. But yeah, I just, as I say, he's still got those betting allegations hanging over his head. So until he's cleared of that, he isn't going. He won't be going anywhere. Not saying he won't go anywhere eventually because he could get cleared. But if he's not cleared, then I can't see any team coming in and paying the amount of money that West Ham would want for him. Just can't see it happening yet. Just can't. So we're just gonna have to wait and see and see if he is cleared of those allegations or not, and how quickly it happens. Hopefully, it doesn't happen until like September 3rd, or preferably February 1st next year. That'd be perfect with February 2nd next year. Clear him then. That's what I would say. Yeah, JB, I've got money on Bayern scoring again. Don't spoil it. Okay, I'll try not to if they score. Do you not want me to tell you if they score? Then I will buy us a giant hot tub with a slide. If you did, would you want him to make a video of him using that slide? Is that what you're saying, JP? It could be an interesting watch. It could be an interesting watch. So yeah. Anyway, look, I mean, we'll talk about the Paquetá links. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. There was another link that I saw this week linking us to Fulham defender who is a free agent at the end of the season, 26-year-old Tosin Adarabioyo. I butchered it. I butchered it in my TikTok post. I've probably just butchered it again, haven't I? Young 26-year-old homegrown talent from Fulham who's a free agent. We're being linked with him. So that could be good because we do need centre backs. You know, we do in the summer. We need younger ones as well because the ones we've got are either aging or falling apart or can't be bothered. I think we've only got one that's probably decent. That's Mavropanos, but you know, you look at Bongo, he's falling apart. If you look at Aguerd, I don't think he can really be bothered. And you've got Zuma, he's falling apart. So we definitely need centre backs in. And I think a 26-year-old centre back who's got some talent, who's homegrown, Premier League experience, and is free, sign him up. Save some of that transfer fee for other players that we need, maybe further up the pitch. That's definitely something we need to do. So, yeah, that could be an interesting one in the summer. It definitely could. Irons prediction for West Ham Fulham. I think it's going to very heavily depend this game on how we do on Thursday night. Like, if we heavily lose on Thursday, then I think we'll just go all out to try and show what we can do in this game because we'll be like, right, okay, well, the only way we're going to get into Europe now is by the league position. So we need to prioritise that. We should be prioritising it anyway. Not saying that we shouldn't be prioritising. We should be prioritising both every single game. We should just be playing our strongest team. Definitely should. So we should be picking up a win. I'd like to get revenge and do a 5-0. Don't think that's going to happen. We don't tend to do that. Not against English teams anyway. But I do think we should be picking up a win. We need to pick up wins. In the games where we should be picking up wins, we need to be picking up wins now to the end of the season. So we've got a game against Fulham, we need to pick up a win. We've got a game against Crystal Palace, we need to pick up a win. Game against Luton, we need to pick up a win. Because some of the other games we've got Man City away, you might as well throw that away. You've got Liverpool at home, which is possible, but very difficult. Got Chelsea away, very dependent on what Chelsea team turns up, because sometimes you see a Chelsea team that's incredible, sometimes you see one that's absolutely shocking. They are massively inconsistent this season. And then, we've got one other game. Who's it against? Who's the other game against? I can't remember. Let me know in the comments who the other game is against, because I think I've named 6 there and we've got 7 games left. Who's the other one? I think it's against a team that we should be picking up a win against. But yeah, I've just seen the Man City goal, by the way, usual suspect. Phil Foden. One of the best players in England, in my opinion. Mr. Foden there. Brilliant goal, though, as well, wasn't it? If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Absolutely fantastic goal. Yeah. So let's say on Thursday we get a decent result. Let's say we get a draw. Maybe the overlap is too easy. But let's say we get a draw. Then we go into the second leg next week at home, and it's a sellout, or it will be a sellout without a shadow of a doubt. And I think that if we've got a chance to go through, the atmosphere in that stadium will be the best it's ever been. So people who ever say that West Ham cannot create an atmosphere in a London stadium should be at that game, because we will create an atmosphere for that game. It will be incredible. And if we can do that and we can create that atmosphere, then we can be that 12th man to help them push them over the line. So that's why I think it is vitally important that we do prioritise trying to concede as little as possible. And I think that is going to be Moyes' priority. He's going to look at that. He's going to think, right, if we can just get through this first leg without losing heavily, we have a chance in the second leg. So if we do end up playing defensive and we end up sitting back and we soak up that pressure, there is a good reason behind it. So if we see that and you're not happy with it, I just think, right, okay, well, if we come away from that game and we haven't lost heavily, or we've got a draw, then that is a positive. That is a real positive. And it doesn't matter how we do it. If we do it with 20% possession, I don't care. I do not care. If we can get out of that game without losing by more than 2 goals, I'll accept that. I don't want to lose by more than 2 goals. I don't want to lose by more than 1 goal. 1 goal, I'll go, okay. Any more than that, I will worry. But we can do it from more than 2 down. We can. So yeah, that's going to be a priority. I feel for us on Thursday is just keep that scoreline as low as possible. Frustrate the hell out of them. That's what I want to say. Frustrate the hell out of them. It was a banger, Irons. It definitely was. Anyway, so yeah, I mentioned earlier that that I have now got a YouTube page. You can see it kind of like popping up down the bottom here. It is West Ham Fan Alex, and I will be posting a video later tonight or the 4-match preview. So yeah, it's a decent length. It's not too long. It's not too short, but it does go into a fair bit of detail. Gives you all the pros and cons about the games, how we can expose them. What their team, how they may line up, and you know, their history and stats and things like that. It goes into all these details, and I think it'll be a really good video. So, you know, if you want to go and give that a watch, that'd be great. And if you want to go over to there and subscribe, that'd be fantastic as well. But who's that other game? That's really bugging me. That's really bugging me who that other game was. I can't remember it. City 3-2 up. I'm watching the wrong game. I'm just more interested in the Arsenal game, because all these Arsenal fans, because when I'm on TikTok, I get a wider range. Like on here, mainly West Ham United fans, which is great, but on TikTok you get a wider range of fans. And yeah, there's a lot of Arsenal fans who are very, very confident about tonight. Very confident. And if they lose this and then they've got to go to Bayern Munich next week and try and get a win, it's gonna be difficult for them. It is. So yeah, they're gonna want to try and get an equaliser in this game. But 3-2 up to City. It's why I love the Champions League. So great to watch, isn't it? So unpredictable. Tons of goals. 8 goals in 2 games so far. That's good. Could be interesting. Who scored this one? God, it's another stunner. God, stunning goals. Absolutely stunning. Right, where were we? Well, it's very quiet in here tonight, isn't it? Very quiet. So yeah, we've talked about the Bayer Leverkusen game. We talked about the one, and should we try and talk about the Fulham game and our position in the league at the moment? Because we currently sit 7th. Just above us, we have Manchester United, who got a lucky draw against Liverpool at the weekend, which means they sit 1 point above us. Just below us are Newcastle on 47 points. And then a little bit below that, you've got Chelsea, who are on 44 points, I believe. And then it's Brighton, and then Wolves, and Bournemouth, and Fulham, I think, something like that. Now, all the teams below us and around us all have a game in hand on us because we managed to play in that weekend where everyone else had an FA Cup game. So, yeah, they all have a game in hand on us. Arsenal just got 1 back. Arsenal 2, Bayern Munich 2. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, all the teams around us have got 1 game in hand on us. And we are going to have to rely on other teams dropping points for us to secure those European spots. And we still do not know what European spots are going to, what spots are going to secure us European football next week. And Alex is quiet because there were 2 amazing matches playing. Yeah, I know, Mandy. Like, I've always got it. Like the last live I did, there was an England game on. So it was very quiet there because everyone was watching an England game. And now I've got Champions League football. I'm having contest with something which is just obviously a lot more popular. A lot more popular, isn't it? So there'll probably be a lot of people who will come into this live afterwards. So yeah, it's definitely not going to be the longest live. But no, I appreciate everyone who's coming now. I really do. And usually, you know, there's a lot more comments where we can chat a little bit more. And yeah, it's going to be this way for a couple of weeks because same thing next week, except it won't be Arsenal next week. It'll be the Atletico Madrid games, stuff like that. Yeah, just saw the Arsenal goal, 2-0. So they are back at it now. Could be an interesting end to this game. Really could. Could be an interesting game. So yeah, we are going to have to rely on other teams around us dropping points. Man United, of course, just above us. They are struggling to play some good football at the moment, and so have been very lucky picking up results. Chelsea were on a little bit of resurgence, but as I said earlier, they're very inconsistent. Newcastle got a lot of injuries at the moment, so they are very inconsistent, and we are very inconsistent. So this is why I say that, you know, these games that we play where we should be winning, we need to be winning because we cannot afford to drop any more points. There is going to be games where I think everyone's got a game. Every team has got a game where they are going to drop points. I think I had it here somewhere. Did I have it here somewhere? So like Chelsea have still got like Arsenal, Man United. They got Bournemouth, Newcastle, Sheffield United, Burnley, Crystal Palace. They've got Arsenal and Brighton. Newcastle got Tottenham in their next one of their games. They got Man United, Palace, Sheffield United, Burnley, Brighton, Brentford. Chelsea have got Sheffield United, of course, which have already played. They got Everton, Brighton, Arsenal, Aston Villa, West Ham, us, of course, Forest, Bournemouth, and Tottenham to play. And we got Fulham, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Chelsea, Luton, and City. Yeah, because we've got 6 games left. I didn't forget anyone because we're on 32 games. Everyone else is on 31, aren't we? Yes, we've only got 6 games left. I did remember them all. Next one against Fulham, then we've got Palace away, then we've got Liverpool at home, then we've got Chelsea away, then we've got Luton at home, then we've got Man City away. So, Fulham need to win, Palace need to win, Liverpool do not lose. I'll be happy with that. Chelsea, I feel like we're better than Chelsea this season. We should win that. And Luton need to win. Man City last game of the season, they'll probably need to win that game to win the league. So pretty much a write-off. But I did hear someone talk about this. We always seem to have an impact on the Premier League in some way on the title race. So we could end up causing an upset in maybe the Liverpool Man City game. Or maybe the impact that we have is lose both of those games so Arsenal don't win it. I'll be happy with that impact. I'll be happy with that one. Actually, no low blocks with them clubs. No, there is no low blocks with them clubs, is there? No, they don't play low blocks. It's when you don't have a team that is as good as the team that you're playing that you tend to have low blocks. But low blocks have their place in football. They do. They have a big class of manager. A better class of manager. You always say that now. But if David Moyes does classic Moyesball and gets a win on Thursday, which I know is very unlikely, but if he played that classic Moyesball where he just sits back, he soaks up the pressure, we play on the counter attack, we have like 25% possession, but he is the first manager this season to defeat Xabi Alonso. Would you moan if we go into that second leg ahead and have a massive chance of progressing through to the semi-finals? Low block has its place. Yeah, it's not the prettiest to watch. It most definitely isn't. But sometimes it works, and when it does, sometimes it's in itself quite good to watch, especially when it's counter attacking. That's really exciting to watch. And God, it's stressful, isn't it? Stressful. Do a watch along on one of the game's last 15 minutes. I could do a watch along if you want, Mandy. Why not? I'm watching the Arsenal game at the moment. Shall I do the Arsenal game or the Man City game? I think the Arsenal game is more on edge, isn't it? It's 2-2. I could do a little bit of a watch along if you want. Don't ask me for commentary. I'm not even close enough to see it. I have my iPad. Is that a corner? Is that a buy-in corner? City's 3-3 now. That sounds like the more exciting game to watch, doesn't it? But I don't know. I'd probably go to the Man City game and then this one would go 3-3 or something like that. 1 second. I have 2 devices. Let's get the Man City game up on my phone. Right. There you go. I've got 2 games on now. I've got the Man City game on one. I've got the Arsenal one on another. If anyone's got any West Ham questions they want to ask, go for it. Why are you watching? But yes, I have both games going. Man City on one. I might need my glasses. See me in my glasses. There we go. That's a little bit better. I can see now. Yeah. I missed that goal in the Real Madrid game. Come on, Brian. Who's that? Musiala? Oh, no. It's I'm terrible. I can't remember names. I need to see their faces because I can't remember player numbers. So yes, don't ask me to. Oh, Real Madrid. Oh, Bellingham nearly got one for Real Madrid. It's gonna be a corner, I think, to Real Madrid there. Bayern seem to have more of the pressure at the moment. They're pushing forward. Oh, foul on, yeah, no, free kick to Arsenal there. Corner to Real Madrid. Let's switch on to this one now because I can see the Real Madrid game. God, that was a brilliant goal by Real Madrid, wasn't it? Show the replay. Oh, no, over the top from Real Madrid. Going to go back into the box. And cleared by City. Now they're on the counter attack. Or are they? No, it's. No. Oh, they've still got the ball. They're pushing up. No, dispossessed. Foul. Oh, someone's getting yellow. Oh, it's getting heated in this Real Madrid game, isn't it? Very heated. Arsenal on the attack now. Saka. Bone would have crossed that bar. If that was a shot, it went out for a throw in. Interesting. Yeah, I guess, can we stay this close so I can read their names now? I can't remember their names. Oh, Thomas Partey coming on for Arsenal. God, the atmosphere in the Bernabeu looks incredible. Since they've had that roof installed, I'd love to go there. I mean, I always wanted to go to the Bernabeu anyway, but I reckon with that roof on, the sound in that stadium would be absolutely insane. I'd absolutely love to go there. It does look incredible. Man City playing around with it on the wing. Don't watch a Liverpool Man United game. Because I was watching that game and I was like really shouting at the telly for Liverpool to shoot. Because it just seemed like they wanted to pass it around a little bit too much. They just wanted one extra pass. And then they've got an 82 minutes in the Real Madrid game, 85 minutes in the Arsenal game. So there's a little bit longer left in the Man City game. So free kick to Bayern. Foul by Saka, edge of the area. Chance for Bayern to get the ball in the box. So you don't get this with Russ or Rand. Like they just watch one game at a time. You get to do it 2 for 1. Real Madrid got the ball in their own area. Modric is just looking for a pass. Oh, is that a free kick? No. Play on by the ref. What's a foul? What Bayern going to do with this? Is he going to shoot? Is he going to stick it in the box? Looks like he's going to swing it in. He's going to swing it in. It's going to be swung into the box for the Bayern free kick. Swing it in onto the head of Kane. That's what you want to see. Swings it in. A little bit too far for Kane. Goes out wide. Goal kick to Man City and throw into Bayern Munich. Trossard holding his head. Don't know what he did. Probably got kicked on the knee. Sorry for this exhilarating commentary. It's great fun. That was a great finish there. Some great goals in that Real Madrid Man City game. Some really great goals. Anyway, back to the Bayern game. Bayern Arsenal. Throwing for Bayern on the edge and he kicks it out himself. Shocking pass. Got to do better. Throw into Arsenal. Real Madrid got the ball down. Yeah. Back to the keeper. Start again for Real Madrid. Millwall beat Leicester. I thought Leicester were on a resurgence. They won their game of the weekend. Ipswich, Leeds both dropped points. They were back top of the league, and then they go and lose against Millwall. What's going on? Leicester. Dear oh dear. They're in real trouble if they don't go up. They're in real trouble if they don't get promoted. This is because they've got so many fights. I mean, they're gonna get charged by the Premier League if they come up. They're gonna get charged if they don't come up. So yeah, it's not looking good for Leicester if they don't make it into the Premier League. The attack from Man City, goal kick. Who got booked? Is that Partey? Oh yeah, booking for that. Oh God, dirty foul. Foden. He got pulled back there. Millwall beat Leicester. If you're just joining, this is gone from a usual West Ham United chat to a joint watch along where we are watching the Arsenal Bayern Munich game and the Real Madrid Man City game. 2 devices, 2 games. You don't get this with Russ or Rand, do you? You just don't. How we doing? Oh, chance for Bayern here down the wing. On that left-hand side, going to stick it in the box. Go! Oh, off the post! Who's that? Gnabry. Was that a good save by Raya? Oh, Bayern nearly went 3-2 up. Don't think Russ will be getting the hot tub. Don't rule it out yet, Russ. Bayern nearly got one. Nearly. Oh, mistake in the middle by Arsenal. Can Bayern capitalise? No, not quick enough. Not quick enough movement there. That's got to be a free kick. No, well won there on the wing bar. Ben White, who then goes down way too easily. A couple of fouls in the middle, one on each side. So the referee goes, yeah, they've just cancelled each other out. Let's just play on. So Bayern got it down the back. Foden's gone off for Man City. On comes Julian Alvarez. Why do I have to pick Tuesdays? Tuesdays for TikTok Tuesdays. During European games. Terrible. Especially the quarterfinals. Might have to revert to Mondays during these ones, I know. What's that? No, he nailed him. God, he didn't get the save at all. God, that close to going 3-2 up by in there. Man City on the attack now. Alvarez going to stick it in. No. Ooh. It's got to be a booking. Yeah, that's a booking. Who's that? Silva. Yeah, Bernardo. Right, Harry Kane. Oh, shoved off the ball there. I never thought I'd want Harry Kane to score for the Germans. It feels weird. I do like that third kick by Man City, by the way. I think it's really smart. Anyway, that's pretty off the subject. Anyway, Real Madrid on the attack. Arsenal now on the attack with Gabriel Jesus. Mix it up. Odegaard and Trossard screws it up on the left wing. Real Madrid on the attack. So I just go from one to the other. Exhilarating stuff here. Real Madrid ball into the box. Oh, good defensive header there. Was that Stones? Yeah, that was good defensive header there by Stones. Good clearance. Had to get in the way of that. Otherwise, Bellingham was knocking out away. Bayern Munich player went down holding his face, saw the referee wasn't looking, so got back up. Ball going into the box for Real Madrid. Go shot in the area. No. Deflection. Shot again. Oh, no. Well wide. Thought that was a lot close on about. I'll say no. Terrible pronunciations. Honestly, I am. Evident. Trossard messes up another pass. It was a good finish by Trossard for that equaliser, by the way. 2 minutes left in this Arsenal game of added time. 5 minutes added on. Bit of a random shot up there by Trossard. Oh, that's a foul. God, blatant there. Almost wins the back. Seen him do that a lot over the years. Good result for Arsenal. Did it end in a draw? Were you ahead of me, JP? Probably were ahead of me right now. Is the Arsenal game all over? Is my watch along pointless now? I can watch along with the Real Madrid game, I guess. So I've got 4 minutes added on. They're into 1 minute added time. I would actually say, you say that's a good result for Arsenal. I would say that's a good result for Bayern. Oh, right. Saka just went down there in the penalty area, and the referee did not give a penalty. So if you're not given a penalty, why are you not booking him for diving? Because he either got fouled or he dived. No, Saka went for that. That is not a penalty. That is not a penalty. Saka went past him, stuck his leg deliberately out to kick him. So that was not a penalty. That is a good decision. That is a good decision. That is not a penalty. That is completely right. 100%. Arsenal fans are going to be fuming, but that was not a penalty because he deliberately tried to kick him. He did. Oh, they're going to get. Oh, they're going to get. Oh, Arsenal fans are going to be irritated by that. That's going to be. That's going to be fun. Nah, that wasn't a penalty there for me. Not a penalty. Not a penalty. Real Madrid game's coming to a close now. About a minute left on that. And he deliberately stuck his leg out. Like, he went past him and he deliberately. He's like, get him away from me. Get him away from me. Yeah. No, Saka, don't moan because you looked for that. You went past him and then you kicked your leg out so he would clip you. Yes, you got clipped. But that was deliberate. That's your own fault. That is not a penalty. That was a good decision in my eyes. I'll let him use it as an excuse. Let him. But that is just blatant cheating in my eyes. That is nearly as bad as when Gordon stuck his foot in front of Phillips to get a penalty. It's exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. They've deliberately put their leg in a place that they knew that they would get kicked for no other reason than just to try and cheat the referee into making a decision. So, yeah, no, that was the right decision by the referee in my eyes. It was the right decision. Arsenal fans are going to be fuming. Oh, that's going to be interesting. And the Real Madrid game is over as well. That ends 3-3. So a couple of exciting games tonight in Champions League. God, I wonder if they'll be just as exciting tomorrow night and maybe just as exciting in the Thursday night games as well. I hope that. Do we want that game to be that exciting? I don't know if we want it. Is it more stressful if it's a high scoring, exciting game like that, or is it? I don't know. But hey, it's just have to go again. Because he deliberately tried to put his foot in the way. He deliberately put his foot in the way. He deliberately put his foot in the way to try and get tripped. You can see him put his leg out. If he gets his leg in, he actually would have done better to try and stay on his feet. No, that was poor. That was poor. Anyway, but if we beat Leverkusen, we're better than Arsenal in Europe. That is statistically true, isn't it? By Leverkusen, better team in Bundesliga. So if we beat Bayern, if we beat Bayer Leverkusen, then they can't beat Bayern. Then technically, it makes us a better team in Europe anyway. And no one can say that. No one will say that we don't deserve to be where we are in Europe if we beat Bayern Leverkusen. No one can say that. They probably will. They'll probably find some excuse, but they can't. Anyway, my computer's just frozen. So if you can still see me right now, I don't know what's going on because I'm frozen on the screen right now. It's just coming back, and then when he comes back, we're going to end the live, and then say goodnight. For 1 second. Has he come back? No, he hasn't come back. I don't know where I've gone. If you guys can hear me, I am. What the hell? An Arsenal fan's got into my live and had a go at me. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Come on. Just restart the camera quickly. There we go. I'm back. Right. Okay. I'm going to leave the live now before anything else happens. Sure. Best Arsenal versus Bayern. Best ref should have sent off Saka for cheat. Yeah, I think he was cheating. He didn't fall for it like the Premiers do. But yeah, no, he didn't, did he? He didn't. Anyway, but I'm going to end this stream right now. Thank you, everyone who has joined in. I'm sorry that half of it ended up being a watch along for the Champions League, but that was fun, wasn't it? And if you enjoyed that, maybe I'll do that next week for, I think it's like Atletico versus another team and Barcelona versus another team. I can't remember off the top of my head. Who is it? I can't remember. Maybe we'll do it next week. Anyway, I will be back for TikTok Tuesdays next week. Hopefully, we will be talking about a really good result against Bayer Leverkusen and a win against Fulham. And I'll be looking forward to that second leg next week. Hopefully, that is what we'll be looking for. So, I hope you all have a fantastic evening. I hope we get a brilliant result this Thursday. I'll be really looking forward to it. And yes, there is a full match preview over on my YouTube page, posting up at 11 o'clock tonight. Link is that West Ham Fan 86. So if you want to go watch that, pop over there and hit that subscribe button if you would like to see it. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button here as well on the West Ham Network. Hope you all have a fantastic evening. Really enjoy yourself, and I shall be back next Tuesday. Come on, you Irons. It's going to end.